Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, you scamps. You're fresh from Crown.
We had a day at Crown yesterday, Swanny, for the podcast. A little bit of a Christmas lunch.
It's like Disneyland for grown-ups.
Tell you what, I nearly needed surgery. We went for 10-pin bowling. Kingpin there.
Did you use the double hand throw?
No, Brodie did that.
Yeah.
And because Brodie, when we were walking there was Deano, myself, Brodie and Campbell Brown. When we were walking in, Brodie said, I used to work in a bowling alley, so...
What?
I'm going to be out. Well, he really left it at that. So it was like a statement as if you're all running for second. And then he proceeded... This is hard to do. In the next, five goes.
Yeah.
Is it 5 goes?
Throws.
Yes,
Yeah.
brother. Yes.
5, well, not throws, the actual 5 ends.
Yeah.
He did not hit a pin.
Yeah.
He did not hit a pin.
Classic Brodie.
He was so comically shit, our jaws dropped. Those little dashes, the dashes on the score sheet were plenty.
Yeah.
Because we're masculine idiots. We had to have competitions yesterday.
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
It was unbelievable.
It was good fun too. I nearly ended up I nearly had to have surgery on my finger. My ring finger got stuck in the bowling ball,
Oh,
Swanny.
my God.
And nearly ripped my tendon clean out.
Well, you know that carpenters and, iron workers and stuff don't wear wedding rings for that reason because it tears their finger off.
But plus, look at his
and for other reasons.
Look at his munted hand. What bowling ball's going to fit that anyway?
It doesn't.
work.
It doesn't.
Because my fingers wouldn't fit in the hole, Swanny.
I had a culinary adventure yesterday. One of the greatest words in cooking is the fricassee.
Oh, yes. Congrats,
Don't you
fricassee.
agree? Fricassee, a chicken fricassee.
Never heard of it.
Never made it. Heard of it, never made it. I made it last night. It was very delicious. And there was lots of leftover sauce, but no chicken. So I've brought in a creamy container a container with creamy mash.
Oh.
And the sauce. So this is like a chickeny, mushroomy thyme gravy.
Go your halves, John.
And I thought, no, there's one each.
What?
And what I thought you could do for lunch is get a lovely roast chook and like a half roast chook and then microwave that and you've got a really delicious meal.
Beautiful. Done.
For you guys.
Lunch is done.
Or you could just eat it like that. You don't even need the meat.
Fricassee.
Fricassee.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz. Check them out on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Well, let's flip the script.
Talking footy.
Nice
Yes.
Was that Charlotte Church I just heard?
It was the great Alan Jones. Hey, that is the first time you've done that. I'm
Yeah,
so
I
glad
know.
we've done that
Yes.
while the clock is ticking.
Short and sharp.
Do it again. I just want to enjoy it.
Talking footy.
It is Charlotte Church.
It is. Because I'm talking footy, I'm talking Jess Hosking. She's been slapped down over a message that was written on her taping. So obviously...
Shoulder taping.
A shoulder taping.
Yeah.
Why do they wear that? To keep them in place?
Yeah, to keep them in place. Well, the people that have had crook shoulders or shoulder surgeries in the past, just an added security there, Swanny.
Right. So she's an AFLW player and she's been photographed on the field in a, singlet, whatever they're called, what they wear to play.
The Guernsey.
The Guernsey.
Guernsey.
And she's all taped up and written on the tape, which is one of the great traditions of all time.
Yeah.
Well,
You've got to write stuff on it.
Some guys write them on the wristbands. This seems to be a new thing that, they might write a message on if they're wearing tape on their wrists.
And when I had a plaster cast when I was in primary school, people write, get well soon and all that.
Love that.
I must admit, I haven't seen a hell of a lot of writing on the shoulder strapping over the journey, Swanny.
Until now, because she was photographed very clearly with the words "kill bitches" written on her strapping, and she's been given a warning. It's been called X-rated, all that sort of stuff.
It's not think of it from her perspective. It's just a war cry thing she's writing.
And somebody else has written it.
No.
She hasn't written that. Someone's written "kill bitches." Now, you may be surprised to know that I'm not a competitive person and I've never played competition sports and I don't really understand that mindset. But what I do understand is that you do whatever you do to win.
Yes.
Well, to get yourself in that mindset, Swanny,
Yes.
you're going to combat.
Yes.
In the sporting sense. So you fire yourself up. It's not the first time I've seen this. Pikey used to have that written on his jockstrap.
Did he?
Absolutely. Kill bitch.
Wow, that's insight, John.
I got to say, it's different.
Whoa.
It's different. The words "kill bitches"
From a man.
From a man.
But
That's different.
For Jess,
For Jess, I just think it's fine. A storm in a teacup.
yeah.
Surely they've got other things to worry about. She's been given a formal warning, and she's, done that thing that everyone does in the media when they've been shamed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very apologetic. I own it. La la la. Don't worry about it, Jess. Just move on.
Yeah.
I want to see a ruder word next
They've
week.
just given her a warning. They're
Kill
letting her
hose.
play.
Yeah.
Kill hose.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
let's play.
And now it's time for Whose Plotline Is It Anyway?
Oh, and we've got one of the great names, Keithy. Keith.
How you going?
Keithy, you sound like a very young Keith.
Thanks.
How old are you, Keithy boy?
48.
Old Keith.
No, that's a young Keith.
Young Keith.
Stale old Keith.
Keith is an unusual name for someone born in the 70s. Is there a story about it?
Classic name.
Classic name. You've obviously had this conversation before, Keithy.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
All right, Keithy's a man of few words. Let's go.
How's it work, Swan?
You're going to tell a story from your wild and varied life that big-time Hollywood producers have stolen and turned into a film with no say-so
No
from you.
blowback for you.
No cash.
No cash.
Hey, gang, did I ever tell you the time that I was on one of those beautiful carousels at a fair? You know, the ones, the horsies, the plastic horsies.
I love those, but no, you haven't told us.
I was on one with my son, and we were having the best day. But the thing that ruined it is when a sniper shot my son,
Oh, God.
and my son died in my arms.
That would ruin
Yes.
us.
Mate, flat.
a
Talk
sad
about...
day.
That.
Anyway, I walked it off and then retired from the police force. But then my brigade said, hey, we need you for one last job.
Yeah.
And we need you to do some
I
experiment.
got it.
What have we got, Keith?
Face off.
Face off. Good on you, Keithy.
Man, I was
very
going to
much.
launch into this big story that I had. But
Good get, Kathy.
Didn't need it.
one of the great films.
You want to continue with the story, Jack?
No. It's Dino. It's not Jack.
Sorry, Dino.
One of the great films, Face
Yes,
Off. Nick
love
Cage,
it.
John Travolta.
John
You're
Travolta.
off to gold class, Keithy. Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Enjoy,
Keith.
Kathy.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
It's early yesterday morning over in South Australia. To the dark streets of Adelaide, Christine Swan.
Yes.
Out Elizabeth Way. Rough.
Oh, that is rough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Patrol spotted a Holden sedan travelling at speed. I love those
I want
words.
a Holden St Anne.
No, a Holden sedan.
Oh.
A Holden sedan travelling at speed on Grenfell Street in Elizabeth.
The Holden St Anne is a great car, though.
I like the St Anne in the station wagon.
It's a ripper.
The Holden St Anne.
Sedan.
God, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot.
The patrol attempted to stop the car, but the driver refused. So they went on a high-speed pursuit.
I hate that. That makes me so nervous.
Pull over.
Pull over, driver.
And the roads are clear too, so they can do a bit of a pursuit, but eventually the cops have got to, the police drivers have to call it off, and they just radio up, a bit like Jackie does to us on the walkie-talkie. They radio up to the helicopter, up to Polaire. And, boys, can you track this vehicle, this Holden St Anne?
I just
Can you
want to
track
say,
it?
well done on the sound effects on this one. This is
Righto,
hardcore, Dino.
Sharp stuff.
Can you track it through the streets of Adelaide? So they did. Tracked it onto Golden Way and Target Hill Road, common streets in Adelaide, where the car suffered mechanical failure.
Oh, no.
Not the Holden St Anne.
No.
Mate, so the bloke's trying to do a runner from the cops, and his car broke down.
Come on.
Oh, my God.
So the boys were close by in the car, so they pulled up behind him, arrested the man. He was charged with excessive speed, driving unlicensed, uninsured, unregistered, and failing to stop. The man did not apply for bail.
No. Can you imagine that sheepish walk of shame from the Holden St Anne into the police
In the
vehicle?
back of the divvy van?
Yeah.
It's like, there's no point. Don't fight this.
I'd like to think the cop walked up to the window and said, car broke down, didn't it, mate?
Yeah. You're coming with me now. You get it, don't you?
Jump in the back of the divvy van.
Where are the bracelets?
13, 24, 10. I got a heap of prizes.
Yeah.
This is fun. When did your car break down? At the most inopportune time.
My car ran out of petrol at the worst possible spot. I'll let you know next.
13, 24, 10.
on him for that.
Megan, what happened to you?
Well, my parents were away and told me not to use their car while they were away, and I really needed to go on a Macca's run, and I used it, and it broke down on the way home.
Oh, that is the worst. You know, I did that with my mum's car at exactly the same story, and I locked the keys in the car.
Oh, no. I
know. Any delay of getting it right back to where it was absolute panic.
Megan, did you eat the Maccas before you called for help?
Yeah, I was on the way back. So lucky.
Megan just shame eating her Macca's, thinking of the trouble she was going to get into.
And it would have really...
Mum and Dad still don't know.
It would have impacted your enjoyment of that quarter pounder as well. You would have been
good.
oh no, I'm so panicky now.
Oh, quarter pounder.
Did you get the car home though, Megs? You got the car home okay?
Luckily, my boyfriend was behind me at the time, so he ended up fixing it.
Oh, fabulous.
What a handyman. Put a ring on the finger.
You got a deluxe gift pack from Panna Organics. Stacey and Berwick, what happened?
I was driving my parents home from the airport, and I had my 2-month-old son in the car, and we broke down on Eastlink. Complete breakdown.
Cool.
With a screaming baby in the back.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Cool stuff.
When you broke down on a big road like that, when your car's stationary and the other cars whip past you, you feel your car shake?
Yes.
That's in the force.
I think it's shaking with shame.
And then cars slow down. They just want to have a bit of a rubberneck. And
no, they just kept going.
That's nice.
Becomes a bit shameful almost. Good on you, Stace.
6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate. Thank you, Stacey. Beck, what do you got?
We were on our way to Queensland, and the car broke down in the middle of nowhere. Took 4 hours before someone could come out and tow us there.
Beck is underwater.
Yeah, she is. What a shame.
But I think the gist of it was her car broke down.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
No biggie, Melbourne. It's going to be a bit warmer today, I think.
Yeah.
It might not even rain much. But the reigning king of breakfast radio. Russell Howcroft couldn't make it, but we got Sam Payne.
Good morning, Melbourne. Jesus, good to see you all.
So
really
good to see you.
It feels too long.
Too long.
What is it? It's just 21 hours.
You were missed yesterday, Sam. Would have loved to have had your lunch
so you
at,
had
Crown.
the podcast boys, Sonny. They had their big lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
And the boys...
Any excuse. It's a Christmas party with 4 people.
4 people. So you, Dino, Brodie and Campbell Brown out to lunch.
We had a nice lunch at Nobu, and then we a bit of 10-pin bowling, a bit of mini golf. You know, we just played around the Crown complex, and then boys were so keen for me to take them to see the mahogany room for the first time.
Listen, you know,
I've never
I'll tell you. This is my thought. I've been there twice, both times with this idiot, who it's just a bad. It's a bad stage of the night if he says, "Let's go here," and you go, might as well. There's no one else.
Yeah,
nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
This is my take on the mahogany room. There's a distinct lack of mahogany in it.
Really?
Yes, that's what I think. Yes.
Wow, in my mind, I just see a sea of deep wood.
No.
Yeah, exactly. No, none. None.
But there is the horse, because everyone thinks it's mahogany the wood.
Yeah.
It's named after mahogany, the horse, the famous horse owned by Lloyd Williams, the one of Victoria Derby.
See, that's a great tidbit.
Much like Farlap, then the mahogany should be stuffed and in that room.
Well, there is a wooden version of mahogany that's been carved out of wood. It's beautiful as you walk in. Now, you were busy, Dino. Dino didn't notice it because when you go, you have to put your licence details down there if you're invited in as a guest.
God, really?
My man Roscoe said, yeah, no worries. Happy to have the boys in to show them around and have a couple of bets and a couple of drinks. Of course, you've got to provide your licence details. And Brodie, myself, and Campbell were fine, ticked off. I think the girl's name was it Jerry? Kerry. Kerry said, we've got a problem, though, with Dean.
Oh, no.
Dean Thomas. Said, what's that? She goes,
Bill.
Dean, your license is expired.
I forgot, brother.
Mate, he's on the Vic Roads website. trying to renew his license.
He's been flagged. Trying to get...
I didn't know my password. Had to email the password. It's hell.
Mate,
He couldn't get into the
and
site.
you're the man who's been in charge of this show for 7 years. Admin's not your strength. That's fine.
Exactly. I've got other skills.
Oh, God.
You idiot.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Very, very exciting, but also it's always exciting when the baby joins us. Jack Charles, good morning.
Yo,
And also, Swanny, we have many differences in our lives, but that doesn't mean that the love is any less.
No,
but
it's the
every now and
same.
then there's a few segments where I just highlight the differences between us, and that brings us to this wonderful segment that we love.
God, I love this.
Tune or not a tune?
Yes.
Our musical tastes are different.
Am I standing up already, Sam?
I've got to stand up. So I play. If you haven't heard this before, I play Jack a tune from that I think's a banger.
Yeah.
And you as a younger man, you get to listen to it and you
Yes.
decide if it's in your words a tune or not a tune.
Yes.
Jackie, it's important not to be influenced by the energy of anyone in the room.
Yeah, no. I know. I never am, though.
Good.
I understand Chrissy's passionate, but I don't let it sway
Well,
my
also,
decision.
Swanny doesn't know these songs, but we have obviously with the same age, with very similar, similar references.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brownie, you're always there for me. All
country.
right, so all right. Hey, let's start.
What'd you say?
Country.
It's hillbilly. Relax. Listen, what about this banger from 1998, Swanny, by the great Goo Goo Dolls?
It's Iris.
Could you whisper in my ear the things you wanna feel? I'll give you anything to feel it coming. I wanna wake up where you are. I won't say anything at all. So why don't you slide? Yes.
Here we go. Wait for this thing.
And I'll do anything you ever dreamed to be complete. There's nothing that's
I love this bit.
This bit here. I love this bit.
is what you are.
Oh,
What you are is beautiful. Run away. All right, Jackie.
Should've.
Jackie, slide.
You be careful here, Jackie.
Should have forget the married bit. Just should have run away. Hey,
Great
Goo Goo
song.
Dolls, Slide by the Goo Goo Dolls, 1998 banger.
It gives American Pie energy, and for that, it's a tune.
Come on. It's a tune.
Mate, it's
It
a
is.
great
Yeah.
tune.
Correct
Oh,
answer.
I've got to get that on my Spotify playlist. That is a
I
banger.
always
It is
thought
a
it
banger,
was, I
Swanny.
always thought it was Counting Crows. It's got a bit of Counting Crows.
Counting
about
Crows are touring.
it. Are they?
Yes, community
really?
service announcement.
As
That's
you would
big.
say, that's big.
That's big.
big.
All right, this one here. This is a little bit. I don't even know if Swanny will know this one, but it's this is from 2000 by
Okay,
a
this is a
wonderful,
good year.
wonderful indie pop band called Everclear. And one.
Well,
Sorry, Swanny.
Swanny, know it.
Hit the button,
One of
Dino.
my favourites.
Wanna get too sad. I think thoughts of the
Love Everclear.
Close my eyes and I count to 10.
Oh, great.
It's over when I open them. I just don't understand how you can smile with all those tears in your eyes.
Jack's walking to a park.
That dancing does not help.
Mate, I can.
Now, they had a much bigger song,
Which one?
Everclear.
I am
Yeah.
still living with your ghost. That one, brother.
Lonely and dreaming of the West Coast.
Must have been late
Be a
90s.
mere entree to that.
Wanna be
Classic.
your... It's a great song.
I got a bad
Jackie?
feeling. I got a bad feeling about this one. Wonderful by Everclear. Tune or not a tune?
Not a tune. That is just unsatisfactory music.
Yeah, I've got to say that was a miss. I don't think that's a tune.
Hangy,
either.
Everclear have bigger missiles in their arsenal.
Yeah.
All right, what about this classic from the great Jeff Buckley?
This is our last goodbye. I hate to feel the love between us,
Just relax, everyone.
but it's over.
It'll kick in.
Just hear this and then I'll go. You gave me more to live for, more than you'll ever know. Yes! Did you say, no, this can't happen to me? Or did you rush to the phone to call? Was her voice not calling?
All right, that's enough. If you don't know by now.
No, not yet.
Saying,
Jack.
Oh,
Last goodbye, Jeff Buckley.
Depression in a song, not a tune.
Oh my God!
That's it. We can't be friends anymore.
He's got the flats. He's put the flats in there, hasn't he? Songs.
I'm actually sad.
Yes, but that's the power of Jeff Buckley.
No, but I love a sad tune and I love like wallowing it, but it's just not a shit sad tune.
Whoa.
Hey,
it's called tune or not a tune, not tune or a shit tune.
You got a fresh mouth, Jack.
All right, this one here, by the way.
Grace is one of the best albums.
This one here is not like a discovery. We all know this song, but I actually just want to. I'm curious to see if you actually like this classic by the great 50 Cent.
Go, 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 go.
I believe this mate played at the Super Bowl when he came out, upside down.
We gonna party like it's
Yeah, of course.
Whoa!
Of course,
that's a tune.
It's one of the great.
From the Get. It's from. I think it's from the Get Rich or Die Trying album. Of course, there's no G. There's no G in Trying.
Pangy, this song resonates with you. Why?
Well, much like 50 Cent, and I've said this many times. You know, I ain't into having. Sorry. No, I want to get this right. I want to get this right because I have been clear on this and been strong for a long time that I am into having sex. I ain't into making love. But I've been consistent. I've been consistent with that message from day one.
7 years.
So
7
I
years.
think everyone who listens to the show knows my firm stance.
You've even got it tattooed across your lower back.
All right,
What year was that, by the way? Because that still stands up.
I'm
That song is
gonna
exciting.
go 93 or 94 or something.
No
like
way, brother. It was like 2000.
2000.
No way.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
2003,
That's
Swanny.
the one.
Yes.
Great year.
Great year.
Come on, 2 and 2 you are.
1995 classic from the Hooters. Enjoy.
Here we go.
Hard Day's Night.
You've got to do an 80s dance. Like a wave on the ocean romance. We would die into love and we dance. Like a wave on a boat by chance. And we dance.
Hey, Jackie, they dance and dance. 1995 classic And We Danced by the Hooters. Tune or not a tune?
I
comes on a
struggle to hear the actual vocals, thanks to all of you.
Sorry,
but
this is contagious.
it's a tune.
Yes. I reckon with the Hooters, this was around the same time that Bryan Adams was doing hit after hit, and I reckon someone at an opposing record company goes, "We've got someone who's just like Bryan Adams. They call the Hooters. We're going to back him 100%."
Brownie, that's a banger.
Oh, but of course it is.
Now-
Yes.
That's getting everyone up out of this.
And that name, how can you not love a song like the Hooters?
Correct.
Yes.
You may
It's a
think
good
we're out
start.
of time, but we're not.
The band split up and three of them formed a band called the Motorboaters. But, all right, what was it, just one more to finish?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
God, I could do this all morning.
Well, we better not, eh? Just one more? Just
One more, yeah, let's
All
go.
right, this one here. Tell you, get ready to get out of your seat. This is like, if this comes onto the club, you are up. The whole, it's unbelievable.
So excited.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the great Boris Gardner with I Want to Wake Up With You.
It's like smooth.
I wanna wake up with you. Oh.
Yeah.
I wanna be there when you open your eyes.
Ooh. You know what he wants?
I want you to be the first thing that I see.
Sounds like they smashed the night before.
Don't come close, I've got the breath of a brown dog.
Throughout the night, I wanna hold you tight. I wanna.
All right, I get the gist.
Wait. Pangy's hips just now.
I know, he's dancing this morning.
And the shrug. Hanging
Shoulders
shrug.
out. You have to strap your shoulders before the segment next time.
I'm sure I'm not alone. When Boris Gardner comes on, you know, I'm up and erect,
just look like-
slightly erect, but whatever.
You look like you're having back spasms. That's how you dance.
Yeah, that's usually because there's
Second
that's 'cause
cousins
there's
to Ash Gardner.
usually three girls with me. The Boris Gardner's "I Want to Wake Up With You." What a beautiful song.
That's beautiful. That's a vibe. That's a tune.
Yes.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
But next.
Oh God, Swan makes it funny now. It's time to laugh. Hang on just a second. 'Cause Swanny, 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 Swanny makes it funny.
Sam's favourite segment, where I read an article and then think of absolutely side-splitting gear. I think they call it in the biz.
He should take some tips away from this. He's got the comedians tour at the
For
moment.
his national tour
Absolutely.
of the comedians.
Yeah, little zingers.
You can't get tickets for love or money. I don't know why we're still talking about it.
Off to Adelaide tomorrow. City of Churches,
yes.
John. I've got to say that.
Are you going to church?
What?
Are you going to church then?
Mate, if I went to the church, if I went to confession, it'd be 3 days in the booth. The holy water would start boiling.
The holy water would start boiling.
No, other than that, I have a lot of respect for them.
Now, here's an article that I found. Woman who married a rag doll claims that their relationship is hanging on by a thread after he cheated by texting another woman.
Another doll?
Here is the...
I'm already in. Say that again. Say that again.
Woman who married a rag doll.
She married a rag doll.
She married him. Claims their relationship is hanging on by a thread after he cheated by texting a woman. And there's kids involved. She's had his baby.
Is that literally hanging on by a thread because it's a rag doll? Is that the joke there?
I believe so, yes. Okay. I didn't write that one.
No, that's the sub.
You're away early, Swanny.
No. I love this part of it. So they got married. She's 37. He's of indeterminate age. Lincraft have carbon dated him.
With it.
I just made that up on the fly.
That's a swish.
Well done.
Thank you.
If a woman and a rag doll love each other, though.
Yeah, I know. When they love each other very much.
No judgment.
Exactly. No. After whirlwind romance, she claims that she's fallen pregnant and she didn't want to have the baby out of wedlock. The duo decided to get hitched in a ceremony attended by 250 people. That's a lot. Soon she gave birth in 35 minutes, just while at home. It was a home birth.
Okay.
With a doctor and a nurse on site and live streamed the birth to an audience of over 200 people. There she is with a tiny baby rag doll.
A few bells and whistles.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's bigger than your wedding, John.
Yeah, it is too. And how many of those guests are they really going to talk to in the next 12 months? Well, you've got to ask themselves that question.
Rag doll should have been told, don't invite people from your past.
Yes.
Invite people from your future.
If anyone asks you a hard question, go limp.
Yeah. Don't worry about the Cabbage Patch dolls. Get rid of them.
This breakdown in the relationship has really challenged the very fabric of her existence.
That's a hole-in-one, Swan.
But sometimes people are just cut from a different cloth.
These are not the worst, by the way. I'm not going to be mean.
I'm going to save my favourite one till last because when I wrote it, I chuckled to myself.
Yes.
Which means that it's very bad.
Don't
It means that it's very
As long
poor.
as someone's enjoying themselves over there.
Much like her relationship, her husband is stuffed.
Bang.
When they announced their hasty engagement, their friends couldn't help but question, what's the plush?
What's the what?
Plush. What's the rush? What's the plush?
What's plush mean?
He's a plush toy.
Swan, that one's a stretch.
Yeah,
Okay.
You missed that one. Cross that one off, Swan.
We're doing our best here, but
He was just looking for a Barbie to his Ken.
Come on.
And this is my favourite one. It really annoyed her that instead of getting under the covers in bed, he would just nestle on top amongst the pillows.
No, you've lost
I
your
think
mind.
that's just more.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Completely lost your mind.
You know, like dolls, they sit in the...
Oh, no, yeah.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
Now.
Hamish Blake, television man and radio guy, who you may have heard in Bluey, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Hamish and Andy, and of course, Lego Masters. And the Brickmas special is on 7 p.m. Sunday on 9 and 9 now. Here's Blakey Boy.
Hamish Blake, first things first. Why does Channel 9 love a little play on words? You know, the block isn't on at 7 o'clock, it's on at 7 o'clock, and this is the Brickmas special.
Brickmas, well, first of all, good morning, guys. What an honour to be here. I love you. We'll save our goodbyes for the end, but can I just say this is lovely?
We love you too.
An honour.
Look, Brickmas is a very special non-denominational time of the year that does share some DNA with the Christian celebration of Christmas, but of course we are open to all. So I guess Brickmas is a nice little coverall there. However, then I noticed the promo department is still pretty keen on the old Rudolph nose and
You've all got
Santa sweater.
You've all got Santa hats on.
We do. Tough, fascinating promo shoot for that one. I mean, you guys have been through a lot of them, but when you line up and they go, we're going to do the photo for Brixmas, and you go, okay, what's the idea? And they go, okay, picture this. It's your heads, and we put the Christmas hats on. Do you know the Christmas hats? And I said, do you mean the Santa hats? And they went, yeah, that's it. I went, yes, I can picture that. We did it last year. So easily pictured. Brilliant. Let's do it.
It's a gorgeous cast. I'm obsessed with Pauline Yao at the moment. She did Australian Story the other day. She's so full of joy and authenticity. Was it a pleasure to work with her?
It was awesome to work with everyone. I mean, like, the fun thing about these specials, it's like 2 episodes, but it is fun to see people come in that obviously, like, have an interest in Lego but aren't, secret. They don't have a dungeon full of Lego at home, as far as we can tell. Although Poe might have. She was pretty good at Lego. But then everyone kind of falls in love with it. So, I mean, Poe can sing. Did you know Poe can sing? There's they harmonise. Yeah. I mean, Emma, former Wiggle, Emma is on the show, and there's a little bit of singing. There's a little bit of harmonising
There is
going on.
nothing that woman can't do.
Poe's a genuine showbiz arsehole, and you two are off your chops. Emma Watkins, the Wiggle. Lincoln Lewis is the actor. Who's Darren Palmer, Hamish?
He's the other guy.
Palmer does the toasted
block.
sandwiches.
No, he's an interiors guy.
He's from the block.
Not toasted sandwiches. And
Who's that, Darren? Purchasey.
Purchase,
Well,
yes.
I mean, also no relation of Clive Palmer. I'd be very surprised if Darren Palmer is related to Clive Palmer.
Couldn't get Darren McMullen?
He's afloat at the moment. I think he's on a life raft somewhere in the Mediterranean.
Poor Darren.
Hey, can I just say, while we're talking big names and showbiz, you listed some of my voice work in the credits. Bluey, the voice of a very beloved character in the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph. Not my ideal CV there. I would love to add Childish Deano to that list.
Whoa, that's big.
Just came across it, Dino. Just came across it recently. Can I just say, what a piece of art. Get me on board. Get me on board as a vice principal or a sports teacher or something at the school.
You're casted. You're telling me your eyeballs have seen Childish Deano.
And earballs have listened to it.
Hey, speaking
I only
of,
watched it with the sound down. Sorry, no.
Sorry, no, I just read a transcript. I mean,
if you want to get on board of what we're talking about here, follow Childish Deano on Instagram
Please
and
do.
all the socials and
Gee,
YouTube.
it's great.
It's big as well.
When is
great,
the
Dino.
6th episode hitting?
The last one's tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
That's
okay.
the first. Hamish, thanks, man. That's amazing.
But
You'll be
this
getting a phone call.
is a real animation. Like, this is and it's properly funny. And like at the end, like Screen Victoria's. This isn't just Dino sitting in his bedroom, which is what I thought it might be. But I mean, it might still be that, but at least with Screen Victoria money.
Oh, just be careful,
Thank
mate.
you,
He'll have
man.
you as executive producer for the second series. So that's wonderful that you've
Thank
seen
you,
it.
brother.
And hey, what else are we going to talk
Hey,
about?
what about your
Yeah.
podcast, How Other Dads Dad? How's that going? Who did you interview? I think you interviewed a good friend of ours, Robbie Sitch.
I did. That's I also do voice work on that. I do my own voice on that podcast. No, that's a bit of a side project that I sort of started this year. Bit of a passion project where talking to other dads about fatherhood. Rob Sitch, I mean, gee, there's, as you guys know, that's a man well worth plumbing for wisdom. Rob, basically everything Rob says on that episode, you could just write down and put on a calendar about how to be a
And
good
he's got
dad.
Does he talk
many
about
kids.
how calm he is with his kids?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not bragging, so I suppose that'd be more talking to Jane. But there's amazing wisdom from Rob and from all the guests. The thing I've loved about doing this show, this is where I chat to just other men that are, that are obviously fathers and seeing how they go about tackling it. The beautiful thing about all of it is quite often it's surprising, and I've loved doing it because it's clearly not about being an expert at being a dad. It's about really, I think a lot of dads just go, how are you doing it? Because I'm making it up. How are you making it up? And that's the really interesting part.
I love how one day, because Rob's very calm. He's fantastic. He's father of 5. And one day we're on a golf course in New Zealand and one of the kids rang up who was there. And I think may have forgotten their lunch money or forgotten an important project for school. And Robbie gave him one of the greatest sprays you've ever heard on the fairways of a New Zealand golf course.
Really?
Oh, mate. He went absolutely bunter.
Is that on the podcast?
It was embarrassing, and an email was sent to the club. It was a disgrace.
Mate, he's absolutely shredded this kid.
Hamish,
Well, Okay, well, that's not on the podcast. If you'd like to see the other side of Rob, that is on the podcast.
Shredded, did he?
He absolutely shredded this kid.
Hamish, Christmas time at your house, how much evidence is there that Santa has been there overnight on Christmas Day?
Yeah, there's. You wouldn't have to be. You don't need to fingerprint or dust. There's some pretty clear breaking and entering signs. There's, it's an easily solvable crime at our house. All right, kids, let's get outside and let's see if we can do a plaster mould of the sleigh tracks and see if we can match this to any stolen sleighs in the area.
The Lego Masters Brickmas Special, 7 p.m. Sunday on 9 and 9 now. We love you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Guys, I hope this isn't the last time, but in case it is.
Well, what if it is, by the way? What do you got for us?
Yeah, I'm sure you got a jam-packed sketch, but thanks for the memes, guys. God, it's been so much fun coming in to see you guys. It's always the highlight.
You're the best.
We love you.
So that's me saying to you, it's the highlight of my day, not you, not me.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
You requested me to do the Gold Logie betting odds today.
Oh, Sam's going to hate
No one requested that.
No, I believe there was a request yesterday. We were talking about it.
From you.
I thought that I'm happy enough to go through the odds because it's big names. Big names on the Gold Logie.
Specifically, though, in your new character voice of I heard a rumour.
That's right. I did. I heard a rumour.
You're an idiot.
So I just thought I'd whip through them because they're interesting. The names are interesting. Big names.
Where can you put bets on them? And it's not for another 8
All the betting
months or
agencies, but I've gone to sports bets today for the odds. But there's a number of bookmakers you can go to, but today we're going to sports bet.
Good Lord.
I'm going to start off with the former winner, Tom Gleeson. 20. Just to help give you the market.
Why is it
let's frame the market.
Why is it out of the side of the mouth?
I'm not out of the side of the mouth.
Because it's secret information.
Tom Gleeson, a former winner, $26.
That's good.
$26. Carl Stefanovic. Former winner, Carlos, as I like to call him.
He won the year that I was up for Gold Logie.
Did he?
Can I just
beat me.
Can I just point something out?
Yes.
When you mumble out the side of your mouth, it's very hard to understand you.
Is that right? Do you know about? Would you like to know about your friend Kitty Flanagan?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, what's Kid?
Fisk, of course. We love Kitty Flanagan. Loved by all.
Did you see last night's episode with Glenn Robbins?
No, I didn't see it. Was it good?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm sure. Did you see
it? Was great. It was hilarious.
$23. Andy Lee, partner of that man we just spoke to. Hamish Blake, of course, the king of the 100.
Yep.
And a big name. Everyone loves Andy Lee.
Absolutely.
Oh, you struggle. You'd walk the face of the earth and struggle to find a person that have a bad word to say about Andy Lee.
That is true.
Much value there, John?
$19. You idiot.
I love him. I love the secrecy of it and also the stillness of his eyeballs when he's delivering these facts.
There we go for time. Tony Armstrong, best young talent, coming along nicely, $15. I want to hear this one.
What one?
Christine Swan.
What?
In the market, Christine Swan, of course, Australia's Oprah. Would I lie to you? Masked Singer.
Here we go.
$15.
That's not bad.
And has been nominated before, as you mentioned before, Christine Swan. Bluey, I'm not sure about Bluey. Is it $11? Because Childish Deano on its way up.
Imagine Childish Deano and Bluey will take votes away from each other, won't they?
I'd love to come back.
Midfielders.
To be fair, I'd love to come back next year and go, Childish Deano, $11. and firming as we speak.
Let's cut to the chase.
A lot of money coming.
Insane.
Sonia Kruger, Melissa Leong, Hamish Blake, last year's winner. We love him. $7.
He's my bet.
Have we got a drum roll? Sam Pang. Don't worry about Gleisner. Don't worry about Cavalier. He's usurped them. $6 and
Whoa!
heavy favourite.
I'm going to get a pineapple on Pang.
Load up.
Yeah, my response.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. I thought today was going to be better weather-wise, but we're looking out the window. Big grey cloud coming in.
Come on.
Brownie said, there's got to be rain in that.
It's hard to tell, Swanny. It's coming from the south.
So we can't...
There's no radar detection across Bass Strait.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Would you like a Victor Burkes joke? Just on the way out.
Explain who he is.
No, so weather into a joke.
Yeah,
well,
but
what a
not
morning.
just any joke. Victor Burkes.
Jokes aren't funny.
You're across who Victor Burkes is.
Yeah.
He's one of our favourite contributors to the Herald Sun,
the
your
big fella.
state.
That's right, the big fella.
The big fella. From Moe,
Jokes aren't
but
funny.
also from Karen.
Any danger, John?
Well,
Any danger
I can't
over there?
find- I can't- there we
There
go.
it goes.
In
Page
the meantime,
49.
we'll just listen to this. Find it.
There we go.
You got
This is from Victor Burkes of Newborough.
Sam's dance moves.
Sometimes Newborough, sometimes Newbury.
Yeah,
sometimes
Newborough or Moe.
No, he always changes. He keeps on the move, Victor. I used to work away from time to time, and when I came home to my wife, on would go the stiletto heels and the fishnet stockings. She loved it when I wore those.
I'm going to kill you.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast. Take that, rewind it back. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie's Throwback Thursday.
It's been 7 long years we've been playing with each other on this radio station.
Fiddling.
Just having a little fondle. Consensual, of course. And it's all finishing up in just over 2 weeks. Amazing.
11 alarms left.
11 alarms.
And so this is a segment where I find segments we've done in the past but that have gone to have a little rest. And we bring them back. And today, I know we did this probably towards the start of the year, but I feel like we can't finish the show without doing this segment and having somebody on.
Who would win in a fight?
Fight to survive! I've got one that I got last night I was reading a book. And I thought, I wonder if we'll ever get Dr. James.
Yes. Come on, is he there?
I'm here. Hey, guys.
Yes!
Oh, my God, Dr. James Haberfield, you beautiful son of a bitch. How are you, sir?
Good. Excited to be back for the last hurrah.
Well, the last time you were in to plug your television show. Is that still on or has it been cancelled?
No, well, first season made it through, so got through the 6 episodes.
What's the name of that show again, Dr. James Haberfield? What is it?
The Bizarre Pet Vets. So it's still on 9 now and stands. If anyone wants to check it out before it finishes up.
Yeah,
But,
you want to
yeah.
probably want to get on that, by the way. It could disappear very quickly. Anyway,
because you're a vet.
He'd be good as a bookmaker, the way he talks at times.
Because you're a vet, have any criminals come to you to repair their gunshot wounds so
Yes.
they don't have to go to the hospital?
Oh, not as yet. We've seen a few gunshot wounds in animals from people shooting alarms,
Just
those
checking.
sort of things, but no people as yet.
you are so beautiful. He doesn't dismiss it out of hand. No, not yet.
not yet.
Like the door's still.
Oh,
yeah,
it
but
wouldn't
it may
surprise me.
happen. You know,
Yeah,
mate.
it wouldn't surprise me.
What's your most famous scene? Most famous movie, Dino, you reckon? From a vet fixing someone up.
Mate, it would have to be The Godfather. I don't know.
Heat.
Panicked. Heat. Hey, James, this is where we throw up 2 animals and you tell us in great detail who would win in a fight. And you take it seriously. You give it the respect it deserves.
That's right. Ready to go.
All right. Who's first? Who's first?
I'm so annoyed because I'm reading a book at the moment called Isaac and the Egg, and there was an example in that book, and I'm trying to find it, but I can't.
That's
But
right.
it's something
I'll
like
start
this.
us off.
It's something like this, James. Who would win in a fight? 1 bear-sized duck or 100 duck-sized bears?
Oh, okay. So hang on, a duck that's the size of the bear.
Yes.
Yeah, versus
Or
100.
100 very small bears. Thanks, James.
How good is that?
How good?
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with the masses. Like 100 small bears is a lot. You think as a group they could sort of jump on and pile up, and hopefully that agrees with what the book says.
They'd be like piranhas.
I can see it so clearly in my mind, this fight. Thanks, James.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Yeah.
Dr. James, all right, what about this one? A wild dog or a feral cat?
Yeah, I reckon we've done this before, Sam. Have we done this one before? I can't even remember what I
I've
said.
seen wild dogs. I've seen wild dogs live.
Now listen, I don't know what you thought you were about to do. Then you're about to give a little bit of attitude there, a little
He's
bit of
throwing
sass.
shade on Sam,
throwing shade. So just be
absolutely.
very,
No,
very
no
careful.
shade.
I've been nothing but kind to you. And
Yeah, you've been
we
very
haven't done this
supportive.
before. We haven't done it before.
Okay,
and,
right.
And the final thing I say is just answer the question, mate, all right? So is a wild dog and a feral cat of similar proportion and size?
Oh, the cat then. I think if they're the same size.
Really?
Wow. Normal. So like if they're both the same sort of if they're like a normal wild dog, then they've got a fair bit of size advantage over a little cat. But even some of the feral cats can get big, but the dog would still have it. But I think if you put them on equal playing fields and equal size, then, the cat's just got...
Really? Even with, the muscle in a wild dog and those big teeth, still the cat?
Either way, I'll find out.
It'd be like a cougar, I guess.
Yeah,
wow.
it's a cougar.
I'll be finding out on Saturday night in my uncle's garage. Anyway, whatever.
Is that because cats are more agile, Dr. James?
Yeah, more agile and, more weaponry. They've got their claws. They're, quite obviously...
More weaponry.
Pretty nasty teeth.
Hey, Dr. James, let's stop stuffing around. Dung beetle versus hermit crab.
I think the beetle. The hermit crabs don't really have too much they could do much with. They got their little sort of legs, but they don't really have the big crab pincers like some of the other ones. So I think the dung beetle would have that one.
Pincers.
Could be a long fight though. The hermit crab might just hide a shell for...
Well, could go the distance, John. Sounds like it'd go the distance.
Oh, yes, bit of Michael Bolton there for you.
What do you got, John?
We like snakes here. Big snake people. And we spoke about this kid the other day that ripped off a bit of cobra to death after the cobra bit him. But I'm going to go with not the kid and the cobra. I'm going with a king cobra and a rattlesnake. Who would win the fight?
Yeah.
Between those two.
Normally at that point,
we have had
you
this
will
fight.
flick the paper.
Yes.
When he does a statement like that, it gets a...
Love that.
Gets a flick. The king cobra, I think there's not too many snakes that'd be able to take down a king cobra. They're pretty impressive animals. Just sheer size, 4 or 5 metres solid. Rattlesnakes are quite a bit smaller, and the king cobras are known for eating other venomous snakes. So I think I'd go with those ones.
All right, what about this one? A worm versus a snail in the main event.
I don't know. That might just be a stalemate. I don't know how they'd injure each other.
Yeah, would they kill each other, Sam?
I'm not the vet. What are you asking me for?
I'll go with the snail, maybe, I don't know, sort of dry out the worm maybe gradually in the sun or something.
But it's got a shell, so it might be able to utilise that.
Yeah.
I've got one. In the water, stingray versus a octopus.
Similar size?
Yep.
Octopus then, I think. Yep. Octopus. The big.
I'm surprised I did not see that coming. How would that happen?
He's big.
I think if they're the same size, like you think about a big stingray and then if you have an octopus that's like that big, I think it just, if they prey on fish and those sort of things. And
But
so
the stingray's got the dagger in it.
It's got the barb, but beyond that. Yeah, well, that's true. But other than that, they haven't got too much else. They've got those little mouths underneath. So, the octopus have all the tentacles and could wrap them up. And, some of them are venomous. So I think
I'm surprised by that. I'm really surprised. I thought the stingray had that every day.
All right, what about this one? It's a little bit closer to home. It's a thing with Australia Day coming up. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
A emu versus a kangaroo, and they're both feisty. They're both a little bit, one's stolen, the other one's parked.
And
you know what I mean?
And is
they're
the
on.
emu wearing spurs?
Is the what?
Emu.
No.
Wearing spurs? Yeah. Okay, no spurs.
Okay, that's it. The emu's in spurs and the kangaroo's in chaps. Let's just they're really...
Arseless, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough one too. I think probably the kangaroo.
That's big, Dan. That's big. That's big. Yeah, they've got pectoral muscles.
Well, they can kick as well.
The emus are idiots.
Yeah, well, the emus can be pretty intimidating sometimes, but they're they got their big, strong legs. But I reckon the kangaroo would still get the nod.
And emus have similar facial features to Brian Brown, the actor.
Correct.
So they could maybe psych you out with their character work. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, James.
Okay. Dr. James.
Very good, James.
Mate,
this is good.
Thanks for... I'm speechless because I love you.
You're speechless because you can't believe what went to air.
I'll just clarify. I hope you didn't get the TV show out of the back of your appearances on our show. This segment.
I'd love to say yes, Brownie, but no, it was already in the works, unfortunately. So you can't lay claim to that one.
We have loved having you as part of our show over the last 7 years. We just appreciate you so much.
Thanks so much.
And big love to our other animal expert, your dad, Chris the engineer, who filled in beautifully for you on one occasion.
I'll definitely let him know. And yeah, all the best for next year and onwards, guys. You've been fantastic, and yeah, we'll certainly miss hearing you on the air.
All right, wrap him up, Dino.
Love you, Hammer.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
How about some tropical stuff?
Maybe Amy Shark will win the front bar tickets, Dino.
If there's a God.
It's Thursday, November. Just like that, Brownie. It's the 17th of November.
17th. Written on our run sheet today, November 7. I had a double take.
I should have asked
10 days later.
I should have asked Dr. James who would win in a fight between Amy Shark and Toadfish Rebecca.
That's strong.
It's a big miss. Melbourne United player, basketball news, Melbourne United player Isaac Humphries has revealed he is a gay man during an emotional speech to his NBL teammates. Okay. There you go.
Good.
First openly gay male to be playing in the NBL. So that's big, genuinely. What about this?
When Ian Roberts did it years ago. He was the first.
In the rugby league, Manly
Sea
Sea Eagles.
Manly Sea Eagles. And that was huge. That would have been about mid-90s, I think. He was the first person and a very intimidating figure.
Look, I know it's an age old. Any danger of the AFL? Any danger of that happening, John?
I'm not sure.
Because you think we've come a long way, John, but obviously there'd be some young men worried about it if they're AFL.
Yeah, well, if he's the first in the NBL, you know,
and playing, current. It's not like they retire and gets,
I can't wait for a time that it just doesn't matter one way or the other.
By the way, there wouldn't be an issue in the AFL.
No,
there wouldn't be an issue if someone did. If I had a teammate that did, absolutely, you wouldn't have an issue.
No,
it's just business as usual.
Your boy Donald Trump officially running for president, Brownie. Hey, big day yesterday, up and about.
Did you call Gina?
I was waving the flags at Crown yesterday. I was up and about. Me and Gina were celebrating.
Well,
Actually, no, Gina was at the Donald's party, I think.
If you know who Gina is, that's Gina Reinhardt, not Gina Liano. Is that her name?
Yes, that is her name.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Australian mining billionaire Gina Reinhardt was spotted in the crowd at the presidential announcement of Trump running in 2024.
She loves a free food.
She was snapped in the background of a selfie Eric Trump, another one of your boys, posted on Instagram.
So she had good seats. Right
She had good seats. She wasn't in the cheap seats then. She had good seats. Trump says he will save the American dream if he returns to office.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Deliveroo's gone.
Oh. What a shame.
Wow.
How many of these things are there?
It's announced that it will immediately cease operations in Australia after 7 years. 7 years Deliveroo's been around.
How many of the big ones are there? There's Uber Eats.
Menulog.
I can't say Menulog without... Oh, you don't have that. You can't do it, can you? Do it?
No, mate, definitely not.
Anyway, that's sad news for all those involved. Cannabis may do more harm to smokers' lungs and airways than tobacco.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dino refutes
That's good news for you. Once again, Brownie, of course, you're a big supporter of big tobacco. So this is like cannabis, saying researchers from the University of Ottawa saying that looks like cannabis may do more harm.
The devil's lettuce.
Yeah, devil's lettuce.
Cabbage is not good for you.
One of the greatest tricks in a trivia night is that Ottawa is the capital of Canada. And you want to say Vancouver or Quebec. But there you go. May I offer you a tidbit? The capital of Canada.
The last trivia night you went to. You'll be running next year, Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Down to the...
I'll take you to question one. We're doing the Boogie's voice. My mate Muggsy runs trivia nights about 3 or 4 nights a week. He's the king of trivia.
Your cousin.
Yeah, cousin Muggsy.
New Twitter boss Elon Musk has sent off a brutal email demanding that workers go hardcore and revel in the working long hours or leave the tech firm. Hey, what's going on there?
Mate.
He stopped paying for lunch as well.
What?
Yeah, he stopped paying for their lunches.
Really?
His argument was he was going into the lunchroom and not enough staff were turning up for lunch. They got this massive spread on. There's a lot of waste.
Well,
that's actually a logical conclusion.
Yeah.
Then. I think that's fair.
Just want to point out, if you're joining the show, that we did tune or not a tune earlier, and this classic by Boris Gardner was apparently quite surprisingly given the thumbs up by Jack Charles.
I'm surprised.
And it made me happy because it's a beautiful, beautiful
What's
song.
it about?
What do you think the scenario was, Sam, that led to the penning of this song?
I want to wake up with you.
But then when you open your eyes,
I want you to be the first thing that I see.
I reckon he's in trouble. Like, he woke up the next morning and wrote that for his partner after they went bowling the night before. And when he saw a mate there and just spent too much time talking to his mate and not his partner.
Right.
In the doghouse next morning.
I reckon, obviously, the night before, they, him and whoever he wrote the song for, they have, tapped that, if you know what I mean.
Smashed.
Yeah. Really. They've had a go. They had a real set, like a set. The kids are in the car, aren't they? Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying, all right? They kissed, right?
We're talking creative stuff.
Did they get to home base then?
They got hit. No, I think he had to write that song as almost as a sorry, because he's tried to spice things up a bit.
And really?
Got it wrong.
That's all. And he's got it wrong. And
how did he get it wrong, though? How do you get it wrong?
He had a pulley system.
Oh.
Yes. I think when he was, when he was attached to the closet doorknob and she walked in and said, this is not for me. He goes, how do I come back from this? So what does he do? He writes this song and it's all...
That checks out.
All is forgiven.
No, because he'd handcuff him.
No, that checks out.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Amy Shark, you just heard her new song, Only Wanna Be With You. And fun fact, she was first introduced to us on the show in a chat with Hollywood Jack about 4 years ago.
This sounds even more bougie. I was getting a facial.
Well, and that's why you look so great, by the way.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Oh, my God.
Good stuff.
Here's Amy.
Here she is, Amy Shark, and isn't her star on the rise, Amy?
Oh, thank you.
Shark,
Good to see you.
first things first. Hold on. Why are you so upset? You're so upset at me. What? Because I don't know your latest...
Guys, as I walked in, Sam was like, when are you going to release some more music? Like, I've been listening to, and he rattled off all the older songs, which I really loved. But I was like, bro.
You're literally listening to my new single.
No wonder your show's over.
Do some research, Sam.
Do some research.
Do some research.
Then Shark might want to do some research when she asks me,
that's true. Touche.
Do you want to admit to everyone what you told me?
Well, he goes, what did you say? He said, only a few... like last one or something, last interview here. And I was like, for now. And he's like, no, forever. And I was like, that's intense. Why? He's like, the show's ending. I'm like, it is?
Yeah.
So
that's sad,
2.5 weeks. That's 2.5 weeks to go.
You guys are going to really miss each other.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you got a group chat that you can keep things happening? Or
Sam, have you got you going to start a group chat?
Yeah, leave that with me.
Amy Shark, let's talk about Australian Idol.
Okay.
I love this for you.
Thank you.
The panel is Harry Connick Jr.
Yep.
Kyle Sandilands,
Yes.
you, and Megan Trainor, and the gorgeous Ricky Lee.
Yes.
hosting.
And Scott Tweedy.
Tweedy.
Oh, my God.
I've been calling him Sweetie. That's probably why that's in my...
Good save.
I've
He's
also
one of those
been
people,
called...
he only looks 25, but he's been working for 45 years. It just doesn't add up.
He's a very good-looking man.
Tell us what's going on between Harry Connick Jr. and Kyle Sandilands. There's reports today.
I actually don't know. Like, I kind of stay in my lane, and Megan and I kind of just talk crap all through the day, but there's definitely some tense stuff happening. I don't actually know. So
who would win in a fight, Chuck?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Harry Connick or Kyle?
Kyle would probably slay with words, and Harry would just get him in a headlock.
Harry'd
Harry's a
have to
tall guy.
Get him into the later rounds. You can wear Kyle out.
Yeah.
I don't think
Harry's going to surprise everyone on this show.
Is he still handsome?
He's
in the 90s, Sam. He was like the hottest thing.
Yeah, he's such a handsome guy. I've been calling him H Daddy, and look, I think I've been told to stop. But like,
okay, right.
told to stop.
Yeah.
Who told you to stop?
I just got the vibe.
Really?
I read the room.
Yeah. Does he talk about his old Hey Hey It's Saturday days? Because he used to come over as a guest judge.
Yeah, he was like an honorary Aussie.
I just can't believe how much he's done.
Yeah, he's been here.
Like he was on Will and Grace. Like that was one of the greatest shows.
Is he still married to that ex-supermodel Jill?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's a love story.
And he's just such a you know how some Americans go through a million divorces. I don't mean to throw them all in a bag, but like he's just a genuine good dude.
I can't wait to see him
Lovely
again.
man.
Amy, tell us about your new song, Only Want to Be With You. It's out now.
Wow. Thanks, Sam.
It's all right. See, I can do it.
Thank you so much. I'm still addicted to this song, even though I wrote it quite some time ago. But it's so upbeat for me. I'm used to sitting in my room crying and writing music. But this one, I felt like being a bit more upbeat, and the song's still kind of melancholy. But it's just like turbo pop, and
I like the line in it where you're saying I've dated basically everyone.
Yeah, it's a very slutty song.
Yeah.
But
The best kind.
Yeah, it was a bit cheeky, you know, there was romance throughout the whole thing because I found someone who I wanted to be with. I couldn't be with that person at the time, so I tried to sort of turbo date and find someone I could build those feelings.
Yeah, right.
And it didn't happen. So
did you
that's where
finally
the song came
hook
from.
up with the original one that you wanted?
Yeah, I got him in the end.
Great.
Yeah, I always get him in the end, Chrissy.
Good on you. Well done.
Did you have to white hand anyone? Like, did he have a boyfriend or a boyfriend? Did he have a girlfriend?
Well, I don't know.
How messy did it get? Like, did it end up in
I don't
court?
want to get into it because I already got myself in trouble through the first album with this story. So, but
really?
it's all good now. That's what I'll say.
Do you know the songs you write? Because, you know, some of them, they're sad or they're beautiful or whatever. Are they all about the same guy? Are they all about your husband?
Oh, that takes all the sexy out of it if I say that.
Oh, there's nothing sexy anyway if it's just about your husband.
You know what? You know what it is my husband doesn't even ask me who my songs are about. And I love that because then I just feel I think that's why I can write the way I write.
You've got a communication problem there. You might want to
Well, he might just know that they're about him.
Probably.
That's true. How cool to be your husband? Just all the songs. He just doesn't ask because he knows that they're all about him.
Maybe, but I like a bit of mystery. I think that's good.
All right, I got an idea for your next song. It's a cover. It's a cover of the great track by Boris Gardner called, it's just called this. What do you think?
That could be about your husband.
Do you know
It's
this
okay
song?
to hate it.
There we go. Listen to this bit.
I really hate it.
Seems like a little puppy dog.
It's beautiful.
I don't even know why are we listening to it even.
I'm pitching. Are you saying you don't like it?
For me to cover it.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Look, there's a few in front, but it's not bad. I don't even think I've ever heard of it. It's
kind.
Sure.
It's kind. You're a kind soul.
Sorry for making
you
your world
don't
bigger.
like it.
No, I don't like
What
it.
is
I
the
didn't like it
process
when
of-
it was released. I don't like it now.
What is the process of covering? If you wanted to cover that, for example, so you walk out and go, right, I want to cover that song. Is that a difficult process, or you can just cover any
That's
song?
a phone call to someone who knows that question that I would say, hey, I want to do this. Can we make it happen?
Yeah.
The rest, I don't know how it happens. To be honest.
I guess that's what happens when you run out of ideas.
When the DJ Rehab asked me to sing Sway, to do a remake of Bikronga's Sway, I still don't know how that happened. But all I did was I wrote to her on Instagram and said, do I have your blessing? Because, like, I love you and I don't want to, do the song any damage. She goes, I'm so glad you're doing this song. But all the weird financial stuff and how the splits work, I don't know.
Boris Gardner.
Must have been a good split.
Are there any weird legalities with using the same title as another song? I know that there's, I Only Want to Be With You was a huge hit for the tourists in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's obviously a different song. Are there any legalities with that?
No, there isn't. I think you just take it's at your own risk of when someone searches your song. Obviously, Hootie and the Blowfish has a really big song called I Only Want to Be With You as well.
I only want to be with you.
But like, it's so funny. People say that. I'm like, yeah, but no, none of the kids, like my fan base is kind of young, so they won't know that. They'll just remember Only Want to Be With You as Amy
that's
Shark's
right.
song. So you got to make the call. Is it been long enough? You know?
Yes.
Can't believe you don't know that song. It's
Yeah.
a disgrace.
And
Or
a
if I put
reminder-
a song out called Dance Monkey, it's probably too soon.
Probably
You know
too
what I mean?
soon, I would say, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're touring, just quickly, are you going again? I went and saw your concert early in the year with my daughter Olivia. She swears that you waved
I
at her and
did.
looked at
I
her
saw
for the whole
you.
concert.
I can see you in a crowd.
Absolutely. I was there amongst the teeny
He's wearing his
boppers.
Brisbane Lions jumper. That helped.
Hey, man, it's me, Brownie from the radio.
I thought I heard
Sit
you.
down, you idiot.
Oh, this is a banger.
I know this song.
Thanks.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
You're going to answer do you want to answer
Oh,
the
well,
question?
sorry, are you going to tour?
Well, I just did 60 dates around the country, so I feel like I've really sort of...
Home run,
think I-
John.
That's the one.
No, when did I see you? Was it the
you
start of
saw
the year?
me... Yeah, because to be fair, I did go off the back of
Touchdown.
arena shows to regional Australia. So
There you go. There you go.
When are
you saw me at Rod Laver.
When
yeah.
are you touring? I'm just back from 60 dates.
Well, mate, I didn't know that. I went to the start.
Mate, I apologise. That is disgraceful.
You guys have been a lot of fun today.
Let's enjoy this banger again.
My name's Amy Shark. I'm an up-and-coming musician, and thanks for having me here. It's my first time on radio.
Only want to be with you. Go to Spotify, go down to Amy Shark Wormhole and enjoy the hell out of her. Thanks, Amy.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
I'm never
We're going to not dance again, you understand?
Explain it to me.
It's a double negative, isn't it?
Maybe
Is that right?
she'll do a lot of dancing in the future.
But she has gone through a hiatus on dancing.
Correct, Swan. Yeah.
And she didn't enjoy the not dancing part, so she's never going to not dance
You know
again.
the problem with that song? There's too many layers, as opposed to the great Boris Gardner's. It's
true.
I want to wake up with you, which is very clear. It's very clean and clear about what he wants.
He wants to wake up with her.
I like Boris. He doesn't have a shady past, though.
No, he's all right.
Is that
Oh, well, I'll check that.
Did he make some mistakes the night before? Yeah, hell yeah.
Of course he did. He made some mistakes, but he wants you to be the first thing that I see.
First thing.
Beautiful, Brownie.
This is an ode to my iPhone.
I could have written it on my engagement night when I proposed to Coles. And Swingers, we sat beside Swingers at a restaurant. They tried to pick us up.
We've just found that we've just got this through, Brownie, that Boris Gardner is actually dead. Autoerotic asphyxiation got him in the end. And, wow, apparently this was on. You know when you said, did he make some mistakes? Oh, he made some big mistakes. The ultimate
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.